we could create chances, we could like win games, but we did not put teams away. We did not put teams away, and we did that today. We did that. And not only today. We've been doing that. I mean, since this qualifier started, and also I don't hope that like I'm just like I hope that we take this form from the AFCON qualifications, and we take this form to the World Cup qualifications, because it's very, very important that we make the World Cup. Very, very important, because this team needs to reach its full potential, man. This team needs to reach its full potential, because, like I said, man, like with what I've been witnessing, with what we've been watching, I think this team has what it takes. And it will really, really be unfortunate if this team doesn't make the World Cup, because they have what it takes. And also, remember, like right now in Africa, we don't have like what I would say like outright favorites for the AFCON. One thing about African football is very, very unpredictable. Unlike European football, African football is so unpredictable. I mean, you'd have like any other team beating get Morocco being knocked out by a team that you do not expect. You'd have Egypt being knocked out by teams that normally you do not expect Egypt to be knocked out. Like look right now, Ghana did not make the next African Cup of Nations. So that tells you that like now that position that Ghana used to hold in African football, South Africa can actually replace Ghana in that and have that status that Ghana used to have. Because even in the last AFCON, Ghana did not perform very well. So right now, Bafana came third in the last AFCON. In like going to into the next AFCON, we need to better that. We need to better that, and also if not better that, let's retain our third position in African football. Because my thing is, I'm not saying like we should win we don't have the right to say like, you know what, we need to go and win the AFCON. No, it's gonna be tough. You still have the likes of Morocco, you still have the likes of Nigeria, you still have the likes of Ivory Coast, Egypt. You still have those countries, but then those countries, like in the company, they will eat each other. They will eliminate each other. So there is a chance. There is a chance for that South Africa can actually go all the way and clinch Afcon. There is a chance. There is a chance. If anything, the last Afcon. Or if there's anything that I've learned with the last Afcons, that like African football is very, very, very extremely unpredictable. Anything can happen. So we just need to like just uh, build from this performance and make sure that we grow from strength to strength. Because, like I said, man, with today's performance, I'm convinced that this team has what it takes. This team can compete with whoever. This team can actually compete with whoever. Remember, like we beat. I think we beat Morocco. We did beat Morocco. This team can play, man. This team, like, I'm ecstatic, man. I'm over the moon. I'm really, really happy. I mean, with today's performance, like, if just take a look at that heat map, like, we literally dominated from the first whistle until the last whistle. Created so many chances. I mean, any other day, if our strikers had the goal scoring shoes on, if they had their goal scoring boot on, we could have literally scored 5, 6. We could have scored so many goals. I mean, even in the second half, I mean, Asian Apolis had a chance. Divine Titus had a chance that, I mean, he should have took. Ikram, I wish Ikram actually left that ball for Leboham. I mean, Mofokeng. We could have scored so many goals. We could have scored so many goals. But then again, I was so happy for Patrick Maswanganyi. That he deserved it. He deserved that more than he deserved it. He deserved that goal. And just like I said, consolidating on his like last performance. We know that he came on in the last game, came on, scored after he was substituted. Substituted, and again today the coach gave him the confidence that started him in this game, and he repaid the coach's faith. He scored a goal, and that's all that you can do. If the coach shows faith in you, go out there and do your best. And I thought that's what he did. He gave his all. He was rewarded with a goal. And man, this team, there's also another thing that I must say. There's a competition within the squad. There's a healthy competition, and that will only benefit Bafana. Bafana will only benefit from all these players wanting to start Bafana game. Because right now there's an excitement for Bafana games. I'm sure like every player that is born in South Africa, they want to see themselves in this team. every player that is born in South Africa and his ambitions, they want to see themselves in this team, because with this team, you're gonna get exposure. Like again, like I said, going to the next AFCON, you do get exposure of being like scouted from by teams in Europe. You do get that exposure, and also like you play for your national team. There's also a lot that comes with playing for your national team. So, and also one thing that I am noticing from this team, there's the pride of joining the Bafana team. They literally play out of their skin. They literally play out of their skin. They do their best, man. They do their level best. And yes, I know. I mean, the opposition that we had today, not the best opposition, not the best team. South Sudan, like I said, it was expected that we should beat South Sudan. I mean, the post North Red, we beat them. I think 3-2 away, and again, still scored three goals against them today. It was expected, but then what like that, like even with the chance. I mean, today we had Igram starting the game. Petri Maswanganyi starting the game, Tapelo Marana starting the game, Ngezana starting the game, Fawaz Bazadin starting the game. About 5 players started the game. That's didn't start the last game. But then the performance, you couldn't tell that like, oh, the coach made five substitutions. You couldn't tell because the performance remained the same. The performance remained the same. And also Petri Maswanganyi, the goal that is scored, composure, calmness, like just like those are the things, those are the little things that people don't notice. The calmness to, like, yes, you're starting your first game for Fana. There's a pressure, and you have a chance for you to remain calm, hold the be in position of the ball, take a step over, and calmness, the composure, man. Like it tells me a lot about it said a lot about Patrick Masonga, and I'm like, okay, if you can do that, then in the next game, I still want you to start, because right now we know that like Zwane is still injured. So yes, Bafana is not gonna play until next year, but I mean, it's gonna be difficult for Coach Hugo Bruce not to start Patrick Masong in the next Bafana games after the performance that he showed today. He has to start, because I don't think Zwane will be enough to start Bafana game. I'm not even sure if Zwane will be back by that time. But then again, Patrick Masonga, he does justify him starting the game. But then another thing that I need to say this, man, Coach Hugo Bruce, you need to unleash the young boy. You need to unleash Relebule Mofokeng, man. It's about time. I thought like today Relebule Mofokeng was going to start. So I was kind of disappointed with Relebule Mofokeng not starting the game, because I thought this was the game for him. Playing at home, sold out stadium. The game was little calling for him, man. The game needed him. I wanted him to start the game. Like, I really, really wanted him to start the game, because even when he came on, like, you could see he's the crowd favorite. Like, the crowd was excited. Like, everyone was excited in the game, in the stadium, wanting to see this new the star boy of South African football. And I thought he came on, he did his best. Yes, he could, like, he had a couple of chances, he had nice touches, did showboat here and there. That's one thing that I don't want from him. I don't need him to showboat, because we know that, like, I just need him to be like, be direct, attack players, take on players, kill players. Like, don't be showboating, and nah, that's not gonna benefit you in the long run. Just like, but then again, like, I don't want to be critical, but like I said, he came on, had nice touches, did well, did well. I just thought like 20 minutes was not enough. 20 minutes was not enough. I mean, this game was pretty much won in the first half. So I know Coach Hugo Bruce might have his reasons why he's like slowly gradually like introducing him into the team. But come on, man, today I just needed him to start, and so that he can show me what he can do at Bafana Fan Lab. Not that I have any doubts, not that he needs to prove anything, because everyone knows that what the boy is capable of. And I mean, what are we waiting for? Are we waiting for him to be like 20 years, 21 before he can start games? He needs to be starting games, because for me, it's going to be very crucial in the 2026 World Cup. So, and the team needs to be built around him, because I think for me, he's the only player. I mean, he's still a teenager. So he has such a long run in Bafana Bafana. Every player that right now is playing in the Bafana Bafana will leave Relebule Mofokeng in the team. Any player that is currently playing or starting playing for Bafana Bafana right now, they will retire before Relebohile Mofokeng, and they will leave Relebohile Mofokeng in this. I think he will still be there in the 2030 World Cup. So we need to start him now. We need to start him now. So I really hope that, like I said, in the next year, the next World Cup qualifiers, the coach shows faith in Relebohile Mofokeng and just let him start games, man. Let the boy start games, and so that like he can build, have experience, and also, I mean, he has what it takes to be. I mean, in the long term, he can become Bafana Bafana all-time goal scorer. He can actually become Bafana Bafana's all-time goal scorer. I mean, if he plays until like 35, he needs to start now. Because what I like about him, he can score goals, he can create, he can create, he can have assists. He's like an all-rounder. He's like an attacker, full-blown attacker. It's not that like maybe a winger that doesn't score goals. He scores goals, he creates, he assists, and he also he can also go back and assist the defense. So, like, man, like I said, it's a sensational feeling, man. It's a sensational feeling, man. I love it. I love it. I mean, right now, Fana Fana, like someone said, like this the times where Fana Fana can actually make you change plans just so that we can watch Bafana Bafana games. Like, and it's exciting because like with also, like I said, with the coming World Cup qualifiers, very crucial that like right now there's a fever like for Bafana Bafana games. There's an appetite for Bafana Bafana games like everywhere. I'm sure like Limpopo, they are releasing to host Bafana Bafana. North, Mpumalanga, they want to host Bafana Bafana. Free State, they want to host Bafana Bafana. Northwest, they want to host Bafana Bafana. Gauteng, normally they used to have so many Bafana Bafana games, but then they never packed stadium. But like right now, if Bafana Bafana was to play in FNB Stadium, Ellis Park Stadium, or Loftus, or anywhere, it's guaranteed that the stadium will be sold out. And it's exciting, like I said, the crowd, the fans, the spectators are gonna be very crucial with the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, and we need to qualify for the 2026 World Cup, man. We need to qualify for the 2026 World Cup, and I think we can. I think we can, and I think we will. I need to talk about Ikram Reyners. Just so unfortunate that he is like 28, turning 29, I think, in December. Because for me, I think he has the potential. He's a good striker, and I mean, the guy is lethal. He is lethal. He's deadly, man. Whenever he's given a chance, I was not supportive of when Mamelodi Sundowns signed him. I was like, why do we need Ikram Reyners? One to Mamelodi Sundowns literally hit the ground running, scoring goals, assisting, creating chances. Today, given a chance to start Bafana Bafana game, look what he did. Look what he did. And even in the last game, when he came on as a substitute, beautiful assist to Patrick Maswanganyi. So for me, I'm just so sad for him because like he's on the wrong side of 20, man. I wish he was at least like maybe 24 because he can score goals. One thing about him, he scores goals. He guarantee you goals. He guarantee you goals. And for me, I mean, we have Lal Foster, we have Mahopa, we have, who else do we have besides those two? Who else? Who else? But then for me, I think he's more lethal. Is more lethal than both Mahopa and Lal Foster. Yes, maybe Mahopa and Lal Foster, they're still young, they're the future. But then for me, I feel like Ikram Reyners with more game time opportunity is more lethal than them. He scores more goals. Like for me, I think he should be starting games, man. Honestly, I think Ingram Reyners, because one thing for me, he guarantee goals. He guarantee you goals, and he's gonna work hard. He's gonna work hard for the team, and he's gonna create chances as well. So it's just so unfortunate that like he finds himself in the wrong side of 20. And the team right now, obviously, you can't be building a team around someone that is 20, about to turn 29. But yeah, it's set. Like for his sake, I hope that like he stays injury free and he continues to be called up for Fana Fana because I think yes, the age doesn't allow him, but then with more game time and more caps, he can actually go. I can actually see him scoring about 15 goals for Fana Fana. I can actually see him doing that. But then, like I said, Cape Town Stadium, fully packed, man. Fully packed. The vibe, the atmosphere, everything was there. Like everything was there. And like right now, man, I'm sure like every team is bidding to host the next Bafana Bafana games. I mean, I mean, every province. I mean to say, every province. I'm sure, like they're bidding to host Bafana games, and this will only attract sponsors, attract. Like I said, the players are gonna work hard. There's gonna be competition in the Bafana team. It's beautiful, sensational, man, sensational. Let me just check the statistics. Bafana had 82 ball position, so you can see it was never a contest. It was never a contest, man. 82 ball position, and South Sudan only had 18 ball position. So we dominated them. We dominated them, and yes, it was expected. It was expected, and we. Let me see here. And then we create about like five big chances, and then we had about 23 shots. That's disappointing. That like in like 23 shots that we had, we only scored like 3 goals. Like we need to do better than that. We need to do better than that because my expectations of Fana there, like up there. My expectations for Fana are so high. I'm not gonna accept mediocrity, guys. I'm not going to accept mediocrity. You're not gonna have like 23 shots and only convert 3. It's not good enough. It is not good enough. Yes, the goalkeeper made seven saves, which says like most of those 23 shots they were not on target. We need to do better than that. We cannot have 23 shots and most of them are not on target. Only 7. I mean that's less than 50%. So that's an area for improvement. That's an area for improvement, and hope that like especially when we play against these small teams, man, we need to put them to on the sword. We need to put them to the sword. We need to literally like dominate and kill them. Honestly, like for lack of a better word, like we need to kill them. Honestly, like and then we had about like 10 corners, which is a lot. They did not have any corner, so we really dominated this team, man. We had about like passes. They only had like 208 passes. Man, it was just a domination, utter domination. So I think other statistics are not really important. Let me see here. Okay, let me see. First half. I want to compare first half with the second half. First half we had like 80, and then they had 20. So and then we created 4 big chances in the first half, and then okay. So in the second half we only created 1 big chance. That's not good enough, and we only made 1 shot on target. That's not good enough. That's not good enough because in the second half the goalkeeper only made 1 save. So this says there was a bit of what do you call what's the word complacency because already we had already scored 2 goals. The players was like now we already won this game. We don't really need to do much. We don't really need to create chances. We don't really need to score goals. We don't really need to try the goalkeeper because the goalkeeper only made one save, and we had 10 shots in the second half. Only created 1 big chance. So that's the thing. We cannot afford to have complacency. We cannot have complacency, guys. We need to win games and win games like convincingly. Yes, 3 goals is convincing, but then we need to send a strong message. So we cannot we cannot be complacent. We cannot be like relaxing after scoring a couple of goals. We need to continue scoring goals and yeah, like so yeah. Because we still dominated. We had like 465 passes. They only had 96, 83 ball position. Uh, Let me see. Say Stephen came on in the second half. Ngosinati Civis also came on. Talentambas also came on. Mine is like coach Hugo Bruce. He loves making late substitutions because again with today, I thought this was the day where like players that don't really normally play get chances. The game was like I said, the game was already won in the second half. Should have brought these players early in the second half. Should have brought them like maybe around the 50th minute or 65th minute, not around 75. It's not around 75 minutes because they only had about like 15 minutes. Okay, like they also had like a 5 minutes extra time, but it's not good enough, man. We need to give these players enough chance so that they can prove themselves. So Divine Titus only came on in this 79th minute. Let me see. Yeah, but then most players that didn't come on, they are the ones that like started the game or played 90 minutes in the last game that we had against Uganda. So yeah, man, a good performance from Fana. Honestly, like Someone says, no, okay, this is not important. Cape Town came out for Fun of Fun, man. Just look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Man, when was the last time, man? When was the last time a Fun of Fun had like taking out stadiums like this? Like this, I think this gonna like I said, very, very crucial. Also, the period that is happening where like the 2026 World Cup is around the corner. Fun of Fun will need each and every South African they can like in order to qualify for World Cup. So let this thing continue. Let this fever continue until throughout 2025 and 2026 because we cannot drop the ball. We cannot drop the ball here. Like let me see. So yeah, man, Gauteng, you need to prove us wrong, man. Gauteng people, you guys need to come out. Bafana Fana has finally advanced to the point where they make you to cancel your plans with ease and watch their games. This team performance brings joy, hope, enthusiasm. This the outcomes of giving the coach the authority to assemble his team free from political meddling. So yeah, man. Like remember, like what Hugo Bruce said going to these two games against Uganda as well as South Sudan. He said if he doesn't get results, if he doesn't, if you let's say if he doesn't get results, or if he had lost both games, he was ready to quit. He was ready to quit. He said that himself. So you can see that he backs himself. He knows that what he's doing, and he came out winning both games convincingly. So and also keeping a clean sheet in both games. Come on, man! Like you cannot hate. You cannot hate, guys. Like guys, come on. Keeping two clean sheets, home and away, and scoring 5 goals. We won two. Yeah, I think we won two or 3-0 against Uganda. No, I think we won two. We won 2-0 against Uganda, right? So you can see, man, like the man backs himself. The man knows he knows what he's doing, and anyway, in a way, I feel bad or sad for the likes of Pesitawu, because I'm like he does deserve to be part of this, deserve to be part of this team. But then the competition is very tough. The competition is very tough. The players are really fighting for their position. They're competing for their positions. So man, like I said, man, this will only do well for Fana man, because everyone wants to be part of this part of this team and contribute. So yeah, man, like just a confirmation. Yes, we beat Uganda 2-0. Um, let's see the reaction. So Stephen debut for Bafana Fana. I'm happy for him. Watching Bafana Fana and not expecting a loss. I used to pray for times like this. Bafana Fana is here, right here at Cape Town Stadium. A goal achieved. Yeah, when was the last time actually Bafana Fana played in Cape Town? So yeah, hopefully there will be more games taken to Cape Town. Not only Cape Town, but then throughout the country. Hugo Bruce is national coach you've been looking for. Imagine if like this was Peter Msimango or Orlando Mkwena doing this. Yeah, man, like the kind of praise they would be getting. But then I'm just glad that like South Africans are literally like giving Hugo Bruce credit because he managed to literally like build a team when like where I mean when he took over, I don't think most people were watching Bafana games anymore. The stadiums, Bafana was struggling to sell tickets for their games. Right now, they are selling out stadiums with ease. No South African lover is going to pass without. Okay, not more important. The Bafana brand will be the biggest sporting brand in Africa one day. The brand is steadily growing and will become the most prominent world sponsored brand in South Africa and on the continent. Yeah, I think they are well on their way there. I think right now, man, like with we know South Africa is already a powerhouse in Africa, right? And also football is the literally like the biggest sports in Africa and everywhere in the world. So if South Africa do well, they will obviously attract this sponsorship. They will attract also already the stadiums are selling out. No, every sponsor will want that exposure. South Africans are tuning in large numbers to watch Bafana Fana. So every other all the corporates they will want that exposure. every other corporate, they will want that exposure. So yeah, man, this Bafana team will make so much money. Safa will make so much money. Just unfortunate that it's gonna go to the wrong person. Danny Jordan. Yeah, that's the only unfortunate part. I mean, just look at that, man. Like the we game played, 4 wins, 2 draws, 16 goals scored, and 5 conceded. Amazing, amazing, sensational, sensational, sensational. Anyways, man, I mean, okay. Oh, that's Springbok. Okay, but then yeah, man. Anyways, like I said, happy with the performance. I don't think there's any African. Uh, the unfortunate thing is that like we have an ugly into what do you call t-shirt. I mean, the Bafana t-shirt today. I like the green one, but yeah, man, I wish we had a much better sponsor because I don't think people are gonna be going out to buy that t-shirt in large numbers. It's about time that we have much better sponsor, someone like maybe a Nike or Adidas, because yeah, I mean, so yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here. Sorry, Lesotho, but don't worry, we know how to deal with them. Morocco have only two, only Morocco have only lost 2 matches in 20 games, 2023, 2-1 and 2-0 losses to Bafana in January 2023 and 2024. Yeah, man, like I said, we don't struggle against Morocco. One thing is that like we don't struggle against Morocco, and I think for most people right now, Morocco is seen as that team that is looks going to like dominate and win the next AFCON, especially considering that it's going to be hosted by Morocco. But we don't really struggle against Morocco. We don't really struggle against Morocco. And also, remember in 2019, we beat Egypt in their home, in their own, when they were hosting the AFCON. So we don't really struggle against these North African teams. We don't struggle against these North African teams. So like I said, Bafana needs to get a much better sponsor, man, for much better sponsor for their kids, because unfortunately people will not be going out to buy that t-shirt in large numbers. And yeah, until Bafana gets a much better sponsor, because that like they do deserve to be appreciated. And how do you appreciate a team, a national team, is by going out and buying their t-shirts. That's the reason why you're seeing the Springbok t-shirt everywhere being done by so many people. So Bafana Fan, like Safa, needs to do better, needs to do better and get a much better kid sponsorship. So like I said, from me, thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys soon. Sharp.